Hello everyone. Today is Monday, November 21st, 2022 at 7:31 a.m. So I have to leave out of the hotel in like I guess 3.5 more hours. I hate that the heater automatically is turned off now. And so I can hear all the fake loud traffic, all the morning traffic. So hold up. So I got like 3.5 hours before I have to check out of the hotel room, and I'm not ready. I'm really not ready. So I woke up, I guess it was 5:56 this morning. I think I may have woken up around 4 something this morning, but then went back to sleep. But I guess I got a nice bit of hours of sleep last night, and after uploading the video that I did last night, I didn't realize it split after 47 minutes. And so then I got tired and dozed off and went to sleep. And so then the rest of the video, after it cut off, that part, I ended up uploading it this morning. So, I've been like very depressed. Very depressed. And, you know, it's like I'm laying in bed in this hotel room this morning, just like very depressed and sad and feeling all kinds of bad emotions and like on the verge of tears right now. I mean, especially like after all that I've been through this year, especially um and yet last year too, in the past few years also. And I'm tired of, you know, the perps being falsely glorified as the victims while I'm out here suffering, and y'all falsely make it like as if I'm the one who's perpetrating everybody. And I've asked, would it take for me to die for y'all to wake up to the truth? I mean, I'm having difficulty even expressing my emotions and how I'm feeling right now. And I'm sick and tired of being punished by the world. I'm sick and tired of everybody ignoring me. Nobody wanting to listen to me. Everybody blowing me off. And I'm sick of being mocked, ridiculed, and laughed at and not taken seriously. From me having hardly any support. Both YouTube and Twitter, the so-called TI community, can't even go to them for support, because if I try to DM them, they either block or ignore me. If I try to comment on somebody's channel, they do the same thing. And I've been through like feeling like internal psychological, mental, and emotional torment that I still feel, frustrated about, that I can't even really get to talk to anyone, and forced to hold everything in and get no closure and no justice. And people hurt you and don't give a fuck, and then go on about their business like as if nothing happened. And, the same people who talk about how they love the Lord, love Jesus, or how they love the Most High Yah, but then say targeted individuals need to stick together, but then they selective and handpick who they want to believe is a real TI and who's not. I mean, and it's strange because I'll say the actual fake TI perp double agents ruined it for everyone. And so now the lines are so blurred that nobody knows who's truly real and who's truly fake. Because they got a lot of fake TI perps playing both sides. And I know what side I'm on. I always tried to be on the proper side or the right side since day one. So, and when you speak the truth about a fake TI perp abusing you over the phone or doing weird shit behind closed doors, then they falsely accuse you of lies and slander and make threats to have like cease and desist letters, and they want to try to threaten you with tort laws and make threats to sue you for slander, defamation, and libel when you're telling the truth about how abusive and dirty they've been to you. And it's like when you fighting up against one of the popular fake TI perps, it's like you don't even stand a chance, even though you're telling the truth about them. But they're sitting there wearing perping with a red shirt, calling me greedy, which is triggering for me. Say I'm schizophrenic and need medication, and that I'm, mentally unwell or mentally unhinged. But it's like you claim to be a targeted individual, and you saying that I need to be locked up in a mental institution, and you're making threats to hurt me and making death threats at me, and you're defending and agreeing with Freemasons, and then use the Bible at the same time you perping with the red shirt and calling me mentally ill, and you're a fake TI perp playing both sides, and then you got a whole army to defend and agree with you, while I have basically nobody on my side. And then the regular perps and fake TI perps falsely accuse me of faking illness and faking being traumatized for clout, sympathy, attention, and money. So I'm tired of suffering, being forced to suffer in silence. And, everybody has a fake side to choose, with favoritism and being judgmental. And, the majority of the so-called TI community, they make it like as if they avoid associating with me because, she doesn't know how to ignore her stalkers. But it's like, I understand that. I heard that the majority of them, the majority of TIs have been beaten into submission and sold out. And even some of the other professed targets that haven't sold out, and they're going through it too, but they refuse to connect with or associate with me. And I hate how, if one professed target is showing footage of their targeting, and then they tell me to shut up and ignore your stalkers, but then another professed target can show footage of being gang stalked, and you'd be like, oh, that's the best footage I've seen all day. Or that's the best footage throughout the whole internet. But people dismiss and ignore me when I try to show the video about a perp with that truck following me with one headlight, and I had on that pink dress in the video. And everybody wants to dismiss and ignore it as bullshit. I mean, if I try to share the video with other professed targets, the majority of them ignore the shit out of that video, while at the same time huddle together, block and ignore me, and falsely accuse me of being a fake target and not chosen. And then try to lie and say that the Most High or that God had warned them about me a long time ago. Well, if that's the case, why were you a fake friend lying to me, saying that you thought I was chosen and that I was your favorite before you got to know the real Candy Grandpre, before you got to know me for yourself, and then secretly going behind my back and looking at my twin sister's videos, and then later on falsely decide that she's the victim and that I'm the one who's perping and targeting her. And then you defend and agree with perps who have made death threats at me and trying to sex traffic me. And then they have fake TI perps that don't even sit down and watch my videos. But that's what they do. They'll wait until it's a hurricane coming, or tornado and hail, or they'll wait till the weather is too cold and I'm crying out for help. And that's when I get ignored, massively ignored, or, I get attacked and ganged up on and bullied the most. So the $9.99 steak dinner to eat at Texas Roadhouse Grill, they've raised the prices since, and I haven't been in a while anyway. The early dine-in for $9.99, they have the chicken breast and a couple of other items, for the same price. And steak or no steak, steak or no steak, it's like the same price, for the whatever early dine-in dinner. And when I eat meals, it's like the majority of the breakfast, lunch, and dinner that I would eat would be approximately $10 anyway. But now the prices have raised because of inflation. And then I can't go to cheap places like Cactus Cantina anymore, and I showed y'all why. And so, that one time in summer 2020, after Alex ran me out of Pensacola, and then I came back, and it was like, I think it was July 2020, after I came back to Pensacola, and it was a small, 6-ounce sirloin, and a fake TI perp tried to say real TIs don't get to eat out at steakhouses a few times a week, And I was saying that I was excited because it was my first time in years ever getting to eat any steak. First time in years, and I got jumped on and attacked. But what if I would have said it was chicken? They were both the same price. And so, I would never, I mean, if I saw a real TI getting something good, I have never jumped on and devoured and attacked them for a little bit of joy that they try to seek in life. As I said, it had been decades, been years. Like when I was, the last time I probably had a steak before then, and that was a doggone sirloin steak. It was, I don't even remember how long ago it was. And throughout adulthood, all my adulthood, before then, I could never afford a steak. When I was living on my own and had my own apartment and house and stuff, I could never afford a steak. Never had the money, never could afford. But then on the other hand, I haven't eaten really much Wendy's in a long time and fast food. And another person on Twitter, a narcissistic control freak, fake T.I. Perp, who's one of the popular fakes, try to shun me and condemn me, talking about me eating crap food. And then try to say, oh, when I was homeless, all I had was a slice of bread and banana. And I'm glad somebody defended me with that, too. I'm glad somebody stepped in and defended me. Because Wendy's was, the closest thing by. And I'll be trying to stay away from, mainstream fast food nowadays after I found out the truth. But there was nothing, all I had was like a little bit over $2. And, I was financially doing really bad. That was about a month ago. And I got shunned for eating crap food. But that same narcissistic control freak, fake T.I. Perp, he doesn't have any footage of being gangsta. All he has is a movie and claimed to come out of Hollywood. And you don't see him, posting footage or evidence about gang stalk, about himself being currently gang stalked. And that's what they do. The popular fakes, nobody questions them. People even say that targeted justice is a CIA front and that they're very fraudulent, but they seem untouchable. And they spread disinformation. They got truth mixed with lies. I had my issue with Midge Mathis, whose real name is Doris Claus. She said something real like smart ass towards me. And I had an issue with Susan Fortunato Olsen and another guy named Harry or Henry or something like I don't remember what his name is, that jumped on my case and devoured and attacked me. And somebody said, why, if targeted justice is really for helping people, why well, if they're good at helping people, then why aren't they helping why aren't they helping TIs? I already told y'all a couple of weeks ago about what that Roy E. Cups guy did. If you got a high following on Twitter and it's a hurricane and you ignore, I mean, this guy, he tried to talk like he loves the Lord and is a Christian too, but he ignored me last year when I was crying out for help with Hurricane Ida. And then it was scary that for Hurricane Ian, nobody really wanted to help me either. And then somebody swooped in at the last minute after the hurricane was over, but thankfully Hurricane Ian didn't hit us. But I had to be out there in those howling winds and flooding for Hurricane Ida, and showing proof of the showing proof of the flooding, and it was scary that nobody wanted to help me because I'm black. And, so, it's like, I told y'all about the setups, the lies, the workplace mobbing, the community mobbing out of apartments and houses and Section 8 homes, out of shelters, and, fake TI perps and regular perps will falsely make it like Candy is not a real targeted individual, or Candy is targeted for a reason because she's a bad person and a danger to society. And or Candy's worse than Darrell Brooks, the guy with the Waukesha parade. They'll make it like as if I'm worse than him. But y'all trying to sex traffic me and making death threats at me, or wishing I was dead, and you're not shy about it. But it's like people don't really have any discernment about the fake TI perps and the popular fakes. It's like, how the hell you gonna call me a perp and then you succeed at turning everybody against me and falsely accusing me of being an extortionist and blackmailing people for money and threatening people for money, and falsely making like as if I'm the type to do anything and everything for a piece of change, and falsely accused me of trying to get attention and being crazy. And this is your own black people. All black people, well, all of humanity really. But the attack on psychiatrists started on black people, and racism and Nazi. Well, that's one thing the fake Scientologists got right. And the fake CCHR people, but they're still disinfo and fake and fraudulent too. But psychiatry and the mental health system, it destroys and attacks the soul. If some people who are heavily medicated on not just psych medication, but any pharmaceutical drug, and you wonder if they look like they're drugged out of their eyes and a zombie, and you would think they look dead or soulless, or that they have a glaze over their eyes and stuff, because it really is sucking their soul out of them. But it's like, even fake TI perps and regular perps, they think they got God's authority to eject and throw me out of the body of Christ. And it's like, you pretending to be Christian, pretending to be religious and for the Bible, but doing wicked dirt behind the scenes. And then when you get exposed about it, then you will lie and say that God warned you about me long time ago. Well, why were you pretending to be a fake friend for all this time? Or you use projection and falsely accuse me of being connected with witchcraft. I mean, if you've been lying to me about your opinion about my short stories and pretending to be fake supportive and lying, say I support you fully and you're my favorite and you're chosen, or you have a pure soul and you're such a pure soul and kind-hearted or whatever, and now all of a sudden you try to make it like God warned me about you a long time ago, you're the most wicked demon I ever met, and this and that, whatever. So I'm isolated and lonely and depressed, very depressed. And they in the they said that the perps get paid to try to push a target to suicide. Even the fake TI perps, they work harder. They work harder and impact and affect you even worse, because it's like it's mind-boggling how you profess to be Christian, but then you making death threats at me and try to make like I'm the devil. You try to get gangster and ghetto on me. So I really don't. I mean, I even tried to talk to somebody Friday about what I've been forced to hold in, and how I've been feeling, and she wasn't really of any help. I really think she was trying to pull another Trisha on me, and I'm not allowed to expose the truth or speak the truth or mention names or talk about being my targeting. I'm not allowed to talk about my traumas and abuse and how I ended up in this situation or none of that. And so, the online perps been trying to push me over the edge and trying to push me to, and I've been trying to battle against, trying to avoid even thinking suicidal. And I remember what happened back then. And then, they, it's like none of your family or friends is there for you. Everybody end up turning against you if you attempt suicide. And it's the worst. And then they treat you like a criminal. They treat you like you killed they treat you like an attempted murderer that you try to kill someone else. If you try to, so I'm even traumatized by my past suicide attempts and don't want to go there again. And I'm really, really scared. Really scared. And I wish that they would stop trying to bully me and try to push me over the edge and abuse me and make up lies on me and trying to ruin and destroy me. And other professed targets see what's going on, and it's like they join in instead of defending me and helping me. But if someone, and they're out here trying to murder me, trying to kill me, and nobody's taking me seriously. All the death threats and stuff, I said that if I die or something happens to me, I would like for at least one person to defend and speak up for me and say, yes, Candy was a real targeted individual. But they would probably get devoured and attacked for defending me, even in my death. They're out here trying to kill us. And they're going overhaul. I mean, they're going overboard with killing people off faster. And everybody ignores you. And when you're crying out for help, everybody ignores you. And then after you're dead, then there's the fake sympathy. And then they want to pretend like they want to give you your flowers. And after you're dead, that's when everybody wants to say how much of a good-hearted person you were. But when you were alive, everybody wants to say you're crazy, you're the devil, you're a monster, you're a demon, and stuff like that, Or you make the devil, you're so much of a horrible devil that you make Satan look like a saint. And I'm feeling bad. I have to. It's depressing that I have to go back on the streets today. And it's frustrating that I can't get a job or permanent housing, and it's like they're blocking me. They won't even let me make a living from my writings. They're blocking me, and they keep on attacking me with the directed energy weapons and keeping me forced sleep deprived. And y'all don't recognize a genuine person when you see one. But you glorify the crooks as the genuine ones. The angels. The good-hearted folks. When they're the ones manipulating, lying, and playing games and doing put on a goodly front, but doing dirty shit behind closed doors, and front like they quote a whole bunch of Bible scriptures, like these fake celebrities that quote all these Bible scriptures on social media, or pretend to these fake Masonic bastards. Even if they're not celebrities, they want to front like they're such strong believers in God and such strong good-natured Christians, and but behind closed doors, you motherfucker, you just blood sacrifice your 25-year-old daughter. And people are blind to this red and blue and black and white symbolism in the Masonic checkerboard, and you glorifying him such a god man. Glorifying this man as such a godly person. Get the fuck out of here.